got some tires getting burnt. I'm trying to figure out where in Kisumu this is. This is a city I'm very familiar with. This is not too far from the city center, in an area they call... All right, Entives Oko Kusa, there he is. Oko, where exactly is this and what is happening? That appears to be somewhere on the highway.
Yes, this is to Kondele roundabout. Actually, Kondele roundabout is one of the polling stations here in Kisumu. And as you can see, Larry, nothing is happening apart from the tires that are burning, which you have just mentioned there. Yeah, that is how the station has been here since morning. Remember, there are a lot of polling stations in the central constituency. We are talking of 196 polling stations in Kisumu constituency. And even as we speak now, nothing is going on in any of those polling stations. We are getting reports of polling stations having been locked up. In fact, in some places like Migosi Primary School down the road, Kondele Primary School, Car Wash, Panpiri in Nyalenda. Though Panpiri is under Kisumu East constituency, but we are getting reports that those polling stations have actually been completely locked down by residents and they are burning tires at the entrances. So nothing is happening. Actually, here where we have is a contingent of GSU personnel camping here to keep residents away from this particular spot. And as we were going on air, actually, there are two lorry loads of policemen who have just gone down the road towards Kenyari to disperse some angry youths who are blocking that particular road down there. And just a while ago, again, an ambulance has just passed here. We really don't know who is in there, whether a person has been shot or killed. We are not so sure, but it has gone to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Hospital. We'll be following up on that one shortly. So basically, that is what is happening at Lions High School, which is supposed to be the Kisumu Central Constituency Tallying Center. We are told that ballot materials are supposed to be distributed as we speak, and actually from here we are going to head there to find out exactly if that process has begun. But we are told that there's a lot of tension there. Residents have camped outside the gate and they are trying to prevent any vehicles from leaving that particular center to distribute these ballot materials. A lot of roads have also been barricaded. We are meant to understand that this is in Nyalenda, it's impassable, and that has actually caused a lot of challenge for the security people here who are supposed to escort these ballot materials to the polling centers where they are needed. Last night there were, of course, a lot of commotion to residents lighting bonfires in the various places to block any efforts by the IEBC to distribute the ballot materials. So that is in a brief, that what has happened so far up to this particular moment, Larry.
So, for people that don't understand Oko, explain the significance of Kondele. It is usually at the epicenter of all of the protests and all of the disagreement regarding the election, and that is exactly why, again, it's happening. That's why we see the tires burning.
Yes, Kondele, of course, as we know, is one of the central places here in Kisumu, and it has built its name over time as one of the areas where, key decisions when it comes to politics and any other matters are made. Remember, this is the same spot where most of the demonstrations that have happened in the past regarding IEBC and the election have always commenced from. And actually, it is the same spot where most of the gatherings, political gatherings, happen when we have issues in this town. So this is a very key spot. And interestingly, it is also a polling station. So as you mentioned there, Kondele is very key to this town because one, it falls at the core of Kisumu in a way. So there's a lot of focus and interest that people associate with this particular place. There are a lot of focus on it and a lot of interest because in a nutshell, it has always sort of decided the fate of, the position people in this particular area take when it comes to matters politics. Right?
In a nutshell, Oko, how can you describe the situation, not just in Kondele, but in Kisumu right now? Is Kisumu unraveling, or how can you describe the situation in Kisumu?
quite tense, Larry. In the morning, we couldn't even get to the office because there are no transport. Most of the motorbike operators here have decided to close shop today. A lot of shops are closed, by the way, and just a handful of people seen on the streets, especially when you towards the central business districts. In the residential areas as well, we have not managed to see a lot of people, apart from protesters who have barricaded some of the roads. So in a nutshell, what is happening is that there's a lot of tension in this particular town this morning.